how are you?
Are you good, yeah?
Thanks. Congrats on a good finish to the season. You must into this camp in pretty confident form.
Yeah, no, good into the season, good couple of months, and a lot of confidence coming to the camp, yeah, with good players as well, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty competitive area, isn't it? Central defence.
Yeah.
But do you think your form has put you in firm position now to nail the starting place in this team?
It's always been I suppose, the strong kind of position in the Irish team. We've always had good defenders, but I think as a player you always got to be confident that you can come in and take your place. But yeah, as I said, look, we've very good players in that position, so it's up to the manager at the end of the day, really.
Yeah, speaking of the manager, he came out last month and said, he's got all the materials in place to seal the place at the World Cup. Do you share that belief, and do the players in the rest of the camp?
Yeah, no, I think we go into every game confident to win. I think we have a good enough squad, staff, everyone, that we can go and qualify for the World Cup, and I think it'll be great for the country if we can do that, and I think, we're well and more than good enough to do so. Thank you.
Nathan.
Hey Jake, Josh Holan's obviously in the squad for the first time you played together a bit when you were younger. What are your memories of that, and how he's progressed over the last couple of years?
Yeah, no, it's great to have him in the squad. I've always followed him because we were, I suppose, the centre back partnership coming up through Cork City. So no, it's great to have him in here, and he's been doing really well, and he deserves his place in the team.
You got your first competitive start in the last camp against Bulgaria. How much confidence do you take out of that, and what sort of conversations have you had with Hamer since then?
Yeah, no, it's been great. Just take it game by game. I suppose, as you said, it was great to get my first competitive start, but something I want to build on, and going to every game I want to be confident that I can start and start pushing forward.
Seamus Coleman not here, injured unfortunately. There's obviously some question marks about what's coming next. Can you give us any insight into working with him for the last year and been around him every day in training as to what sort of influence he can be? Yeah,
no, he's a huge part of the club at Everton, and everyone knows that. He's so highly respected at the club, and whatever he's going to do next year, I don't know, but I mean, he can do what he wants really. If he wants to be a coach or a player, he's all the ingredients to be either one he wants to be. But I think it's important that we keep him part of the club anyway, just because he's so important to the club, and he's the heart of everything. Yeah.
What was he like in those couple of weeks when he was in and around as caretaker manager?
Yeah, I mean, it was only, I suppose, a week or so, but that was great. He's like that all the time, and he's always driving the standards in training. So it's no different. Hasn't been caretaker manager for the week. He's always the same. He's always pushing the standards, and that was great.
And Hamer's obviously spoken about this game against Senegal as maybe good preparation for 12 months' time, and potentially the type of opponent you could be playing at a World Cup. Are you allowing yourself to think about a World Cup? Are you allowing yourself to dream of getting to America?
Yeah, I think we all gotta be on the mindset that we're good enough to be in the World Cup. It's a different type of opposition to what we usually play, but I think it's important that we play these type of teams, different types of players, and just different opposition really, and we can go out there and know that we're more good enough to take on these types of teams.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Jake, how are you doing? Just go back to the start of the season after such a great year in France, come back Premier League, big move, and then to have to sit out the first half of the season almost. How did you feel? How did you deal with all of that? And did it affect your confidence? Could you see that it was coming, or just how was the first half of the season for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was, I suppose 6 months back. I was in a different place, and it wasn't where I thought I'd be when I came to Everton, but I worked hard every day in training, and I knew that I was good enough, and that when I got my chance I'd take it. But I suppose it's football, it's what happens. Sometimes managers favour you, sometimes they don't. I think it's just important that you keep working hard in training, and a lot can happen in 6 months.
There's a sort of similar situation with the Ireland setup in terms of just the strength and depth of the defensive unit that Everton had options-wise. So is that something you see similarities, and it sort of allows you to have the same approach to this Ireland team, and knowing that you can make your own mark in the team and get your positions over?
Yeah, as you said, both of them have, I suppose, really good defenders, and it's good to, I suppose, train with these types of defenders every day and kind of put yourself up against them, and but I'm more confident that I can play in either one, and that I can push forward.
Neil, please.
Hi Jake.
Okay.
Creedman's obviously not here today. We understand his finalising his move. Can you just speak a bit about him and how you rate him as a keeper, having worked with him at a close level into the international squad, and
Yeah.
how you think he'll see the opportunity to play more regularly.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't just take from me to say how good he is. I think everyone knows how good he is and what he's achieved over the last few years. And now, if it goes through, it's a great move for him to become number one in the Premier League. And I think everyone knows how good he is and how high his ceiling is. He can push on and do great things.
Next question, Paul.
Do you feel he's one of the best keepers in the Premier League, even though he's seen as a number 2?
Yeah, look, it's I suppose a difficult one because he's number 2 at Liverpool, but he's obviously a really good keeper ahead of him. But yeah, he's definitely up there with the keepers in the Premier League, and I think next year he'll show that he's up there with the best. And I think he's proven that in the games that he has played for Liverpool that he can be up there with some of the best keepers in the league.
And just on your own situation at Everton, like when David Moyes came in, what was it that just changed everything for you? What was it about him, and what do you feel you gave him in return? You were able to offer him?
Yeah, no, I think when he just came into the club, he knew the club really well. He knew what worked for the club, and I think he just got to know all the players really well and what works for the team. He didn't come in and just try to change too much all of a sudden, but he was very open-minded when speaking to him, and I'm grateful that he's given me a chance, and he's a lot of experience, so I think everyone knows that he knows what he's doing, and I think he's shown that in the last 6 months being at the club, and yeah, we've kind of finished strong in the last 6 months of the season.
Aidan, please.
Which, excuse me, just go back to Queeving with Ipswich. It's a counting goal, obviously that's a couple of the players relegated. Everton obviously stayed up, but how important is it, given that for the likes of Everton to stay up and for Queeving to go to a Premier League club where he's going to get games in terms of the standard you're going to get every week?
Yeah, no, it's a great move for him to go play every week. I think it's very important for him, and yeah, as I said, he's more than good enough. He's up there with the best, so I think it's a great move for him if it happens. And now Brentford have done well this season, so I think it's a club that he can progress and do a lot at.
And just on Senegal, obviously you know Mane, but you know at least 2 of the players. I'm sure he might have played against some of the others in France as well, but they're 19th in the world. I mean, is this the kind of test? Is that daunting, or so if you just talk with the 2 Everton players first of all, but in general, what the challenge of Senegal?
Yeah, and I suppose the 2 lads I know, Ghana and Iliman, they're obviously really good players, and they've had really good seasons in the Premier League this season. But I think if you just look at the overall squad of Senegal, they've very prolific players. So I think it's good for us to come up against these teams and prepare for the World Cup. And know that we're good enough to go toe to toe with these teams.
Finally, John.
Jake, just on Queeving, I know you're a Merseyside rivals, but did you see much of them outside of playing against each other? Like when you were forced, or?
Not so much, but I think that's just because in football you've other things going on outside of football. But no, he was in the same area as me as a lot of players are. But you know, I suppose it'd be different if we're seen together as Merseyside rivals, as you say. Yeah, some fans wouldn't take it well.
Yeah, Brendan.
Jake, can I ask you about your experiences in France, and how do you look back on it? Was it a good thing that you did in terms of your football education?
Yeah.
And also, could you compare and contrast the 2 leagues?
Yeah, no, I loved playing in France. I don't regret doing anything that I've done in my football career, and I think it all plays a part in helping me become the player I am. The 2 leagues are 2 top leagues, but obviously they have their differences. I think the Premier League is just more pressure and kind of just more full on, whereas France you can develop a lot more, but it has very talented players in it too. But it's more, I suppose, open than the Premier League. In the Premier League you don't have, I suppose, a minute to think on it, and it's obviously the best league in the world. So
Thank you, guys.
thank you.